In the early spring of 1911, a passenger train pulled out of a small rural station, packed with families heading west to start new lives. But somewhere between two stops, on a clear stretch of track with no tunnels, no bridges, and no switchyards, the entire train simply vanished. Local newspapers at the time called it a tragic derailment, but no wreckage was ever found, no twisted metal, no scattered luggage, not even a single broken rail. Search parties scoured the countryside for weeks, following the line for miles in both directions. Farmers swore they saw the train pass by, its whistle echoing through the night, but it never arrived at the next station. The only clue left behind was a telegraph sent by the conductor just minutes before they disappeared. A short, panicked message. Unscheduled stop. Strange fog on the track. Some historians say the fog was just an early morning mist, but old diaries kept by locals describe an unnatural wall of white that glowed faintly, drifting over the rails and swallowing the engine hole. Years later, an abandoned rail car matching the missing train's description was found deep in the woods, miles off the line, rusted and empty. But when salvage crews went back to mark its location, it was gone again, leaving only the impression of wheels and the overgrown grass. Folklore in the region claims the train still rides the line at night, a phantom that whistles through the hills before fading into silence. Railroad workers in the 1940s reported seeing ghostly lights on tracks that hadn't been used in decades. One engineer swore he heard an entire carriage of voices singing an old hymn, before the sound cut out mid-verse. Some believe the missing passengers were never lost in a wreck. They crossed into something else entirely, a slip in time or space that opened just long enough to swallow them and the steel they rode on. Skeptics say it's just a campfire story to scare trespassers off the old line, but railway logs still show gaps. Maintenance reports signed by men who were supposed to be on that train, signatures that match the missing crew, and scattered through small-town museums are relics that shouldn't exist. Stamped tickets dated the day the train disappeared were found years later, hidden in walls during renovations, as if someone or something tried to leave a breadcrumb trail back. Could the train that never arrived be riding a loop we can't see, bound to iron rails that once crossed more than just miles of open country? Or is it proof that some places on Earth are thin enough for reality to slip and take whoever's unlucky enough to pass through? It's still officially unexplained. Next time you hear a whistle in the night with no train in sight, listen closely. It might be them, still on their endless journey. Thanks for watching another episode of Fringe Files.